What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another, special episode. Today we got Westchester University Golden Rams wide receiver. We got Deshaun Seals. Deshaun, I appreciate you coming on, man. And how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. No problem. So let's get right into it. I'll get to the comments as they start, coming into the chat and stuff like that. So, you're a wide receiver for Westchester University. But you're 5'7", about 155 pounds. We'll get started how you really got into football at a young age, growing up and stuff like that, and then we'll get into how you're doing at Westchester and all that. So at a young age, what really got you into football? Was there anyone in your family, anyone that brought you up into the game? Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I got an older brother and a lot of older cousins. So growing up, I just always played with him, always been rough with him, wanted to follow them around. And then just one day somebody said, like, he might as well be in the football team. And they pointed me the way. My mom took me. And then from there, like, just the support from my older cousins and my older brother just made me want to love the game even more and just take it as far as I could.
Okay, so you had like a support cast growing up. You kind of had that. You kind of had people around you that kind of motivated you to kind of, like get into the game a little bit. And you're doing great things, and we'll get into all your stats and all that stuff. So that's good. Having that kind of support system growing up at a young age, and you know, kind of supporting your passions and all that stuff. So that's definitely awesome. So you've been at Westchester since 2021, 2021, 2023. You're a senior right now. So
Hmm.
talk about that a little bit. You're your first year in 2021, you appeared in 10 games, but you didn't make a start. But 2022, 2023, 2022, you made six starts. But we'll talk about 2021 first. You were primarily a kick returner, so you have kind of that versatility. You can play receiver, you can play on special teams a little bit. So talk about that versatility and talk about how that well, you could say, that first year, how that kind of treated you and how you kind of progressed throughout your career in Westchester.
So 2021, I was coming off of COVID. Like my whole senior year, junior and senior year was backed up due to COVID. So coming into 21, I knew I could play right away. Like I knew it wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about me making plays on the field, but they wanted me to redshirt so bad. But I was just so determined to play my freshman year. They just made sure that I was traveling on the bus. So they already had their receiving core ready. They had seniors and juniors that was already at receiver, so didn't really need me for offense at that time. So they was like, "We're gonna use you for special teams," and I took that and I ran with it. They let me in the door, so I made sure that I stayed and I was solidified with that. And that versatility came from like just playing multiple positions growing up. I played running back, quarterback, defense, everywhere for real, for real. So that versatility definitely came in to play my freshman year in college for sure.
Okay, so like, it looks like the team had like a plan, set in stone when you did come in, and obviously coming off that COVID year, they had who they wanted at receiver and stuff like that. But I mean, like you said, you still, you were primarily a kick and punt returner. Um, I I think the first one of the kicks, one of the first kicks, you turned it for like 24 yards against Bloomsburg, and then you kind of took off from there, playing on special teams a little bit. But it's nice to have that, especially if you want to make it to the next level, if you want to make it to the NFL. I know there's still a long way to go, but you definitely want to have that. That's what scouts are going to be looking at. That's what coaches are going to be looking at, and they want to see that versatility. They want
Hmm.
to see you playing different positions on the football field. I mean, special teams, it kind of goes under the radar a little bit. People don't really, it's all about high power offenses, scoring points, and defense making plays and making stops. But special teams, having good field position for your offense, that it's
Hmm.
definitely a crucial part of the game for real. So, talk about 2022 was kind of a more upward year a little bit. You kind of made a name for yourself. Made
Yeah.
six starts, appeared in all 11 games. I mean, that's another big thing. Your durability, and that's what you got to have at the next level. The best ability is availability, like they say. So you got to have that consistency. You got to have that durability. So talk about that a little bit. Uh, I believe you led the PSAC, the PSAC. I believe in was it receptions or yards?
Yeah, receptions.
Receptions, yeah. So talk about the kind of jump from year one to year two a little bit.
Yeah, so year one was just me being young. Like I could have, if I would have waited, I would have had another year, and the stats that you see would have just kept stacking. But into year two, I was in the position that I should have been in. If I would have redshirt, I'd been a redshirt freshman doing the same thing, but I was just a sophomore at that time. So that was me finally being able, like, the dog is off the leash now. So I wasn't just limited to special teams. Like, they was using me for all different types of packages, all different types of, because my routes, they love my routes. I understand the coverages on the defense. I understand game situations and the most crucial plays during the game. So my sophomore year, it was just a lot of growth for me. I took more of leadership position on my team, just trying to make sure that we win. That was my main goal, just making sure that we win, trying to push everybody to winning.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you want. You know, obviously you got to be that guy on the field as well, but off the field, you want to have that kind of leadership role. You want to lead your team, you know, to victories. You know, kind of be that guy for your team. You know, so you're definitely shown that, and we'll talk about what kind of made you the the person on and off the field that you are to this day. But you had like 403 receiving yards. You led the team in catches, I believe. I mean, you were making plays all around the field for sure. I
Hmm.
mean, your hands look good. I mean, your route running looks really good. I watched some of your tape a little bit, man. So keep doing your thing. But you grew up in Philadelphia. Are you an Eagles fan?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, okay. I mean, shout out on the Super Bowl. Definitely shout out on the Super Bowl win. I'm a Niners fan, so
Oh
kind
man.
of hard. Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking because we seem to like choke every year, but we'll see. We'll see if this is our year. But definitely shout out on the Eagles win that Super Bowl. But I mean, you made a huge jump from year one to year two. I mean, that's definitely gonna uh no, it's definitely gonna come key for you. And talk about hold on. Shit, my bad. I don't know what happened to my internet. But
Yeah.
no, talk about how that kind of boosted your confidence a little bit. Just making all those plays.
Um, I don't think it boosted my confidence. Me coming into Westchester, I already had a lot of confidence because I had D1 offers coming into high school, but since COVID happened, I lost a lot of my offers. So I was just thinking like it's a blessing because I'm not gonna have to wait because at the D1 college they could have been looking at my size and just made sure that I was in the back burner the whole all 4 years. But with Westchester, the practices I took so seriously that I was able to show what I can do, and they believe what they saw. Like one of my coaches, Coach Tony, he always tell me like I'm as advertised. He said you advertise as this type of player, and that's exactly how you came. So from freshman year all the way to senior year, like my mindset been the same, my work ethic been the same. The type of person I want to be on the team has been the same. Like even freshman year, I was a leader freshman year. I didn't have no captain title or nothing. But like if we messing up, if we doing stuff we're not supposed to be doing, like I will be the first one to say something and try to check somebody because I would want them to do the same thing for me if I'm messing up or out of line in certain situations too. So the confidence, I
Definitely.
would say the confidence came more like talking to the people on the field, like talking
Yeah,
to the defense, telling them what I'm about to do to them, or just being a competitor out there. That I would say it translated more to my competitive nature than my confidence because I had the confidence from me just working on my craft for these years, but the competitiveness, I was all in. Like it was nothing they could say,
sure.
nothing they can do. I knew that I was gonna make a play eventually. It just had to come to me.
Yeah, so you knew it was inside you. Most of the time it just matter of time for you to go and showcase on the field. But what were some of those D1 offers that you had offered to you?
I had Morgan State. Villanova was my number one. I was gonna go to Villanova, man. That
Yeah.
was the one I wanted the most.
Okay. Did you have any like close by to your hometown? Your
Villanova was close.
Okay, that was the closest one. Okay.
Yeah, Morgan State not too far. It's in Baltimore, I believe.
Okay, so that's, like you said, you always had that confidence going in, so that's definitely awesome. But uh let's see what kind of system did you guys run as an offense? What was the
We
was
do
it
a lot of
most
spread.
spread? Okay.
We do a lot of misdirection, and main thing we just try to take what the defense give us.
Okay, so spread, so have have receivers out wide, you were mainly a drop back passing offense?
Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
mostly
like 10
okay.
and 11 personnel for the most part.
Okay, definitely. So mostly air raid offense, and then you have those little jet sweeps, those little end arounds,
Yeah,
misdirection. And I've seen you. You're in the backfield, catching those screen passes, making end arounds, and kind of giving your quarterback a little bit of an outlet. Kind of using you as a receiver out wide. on the sidelines a little bit, running routes and stuff, but also using you as a little bit of a gadget player in the backfield. And
Mhm.
do you say you could be used as kind of like a decoy to open up and free other guys on the offense?
Yeah, for sure. That's something that we love doing in the receiver core at Westchester. Like we always so good that like we ran plays where the safety would have to pick and choose which one to go to, and then you gonna get beat by one of us. So it
Yeah,
was like if somebody
exactly.
else catch a pass, like I'm just as happy that he caught the pass because I helped him get that
You
pass.
help them get free,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. And that's just like the selflessness, that's it's being humble, you're you're not one of those guys that, yo, I want the ball, I want this. You want your teammates making
yeah,
plays as much as you are. So that's what you need for sure. And defense can be on its P's and Q's, every play, but there's always going to be that one guy that's going to be free. There's always going to be that one guy that's going to be open. So
yeah.
definitely. What was the toughest defense that you went up against throughout your games at Westchester?
Mm, let me see. I would say that's a good question because a lot of good teams in the PSAC. Like the PSAC is slept on, and one of the best
Yeah,
I would probably say Shepherd my sophomore year.
Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Okay,
That might have been one of like they had Tyson Badgett. One of the he a backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears
Bears.
right
Yeah.
now. So that team was like they had a lot of good players on that team. A
Was
lot of
there
good.
was there was there like a DB or any defensive player that kind of gave you a tough time that you remember?
I just remember the whole defense as a collective. I feel like they was little even Kutztown. I would say Kutztown is the best because Kutztown was consistently a great defense. Shepherd that particular year they was the best that I played against, but throughout my whole four, I would say Kutztown has been the most consistent. They're disciplined, they're fast, they get to the ball, and they make plays when the plays are crucial in the game. So I feel like that's really what makes a defense great. And I feel like they always had a great defense.
Definitely. And you're 5'7", a little under 6 foot, 155, but you're kind of like that speedy guy. You'll run past guys. You don't let your size affect you, right?
Mm-mm, not at all.
No, okay, yeah, and that's the best thing about it. You don't let obviously you don't let the whatever the talking heads, whatever all the people talking about, you don't let that get to you. You go out there and you show them what you got. So that's definitely awesome. I mean, you kind of as a Niners fan, you kind of remind me of Debo a little bit, because Debo is one of those guys. He can do it all. He can catch passes, he can run routes, we call him he's a 101. He's hard to
Yeah.
replace, and you kind of remind me of that. So uh, you're definitely making plays, man. 2020, 2023, I think you for the most part have appeared in every game, so that durability is awesome. How do you keep your body in check? How do you keep yourself healthy? Talk about your diet a little bit, what you've been eating. Are you on do you have like a nutritionist? Talk about that stuff.
Nah, at Westchester, we didn't have a nutritionist. We didn't have none of that. Like the most of the stuff that you had to do, you had to figure out on your own. So with my body, like we worked out throughout the season. So I just made sure that I bought into the workouts that we was doing because a lot of the workouts is not just so that you can get strong, get big. It's so that the game movements that you're doing, like you're able to do it at a consistent rate without like dropping off throughout the season. It's making sure that you peaking at the end of the season and not when before the season starts. So I would do a whole lot of yoga. I would do a lot of plyometrics to make sure I'm still explosive. We would run a lot, and then most part like just ice baths. We would do ice baths even if it's cold outside. Like we making sure that we get in the ice tub, and just that recovery process is the main process that can keep your body up to par throughout the season. And then with the nutrition, my coach he got his own protein company, so he definitely deliver us protein every single season. So I will always have protein. And for me, I'm not the type guy that's trying to lose weight, so I would just eat as much as possible.
Yeah,
Like I'm just in the calf eating everything. I'm having French toast, eggs, sausage, cereal, anything that they got. I'm eating, making sure I eat at least 5 times a day. So
definitely. And all those things kind of tie up. Obviously yoga, you kind of need that. I guess you could say Zen kind of like get you in the zone mentally.
yeah,
Mentally you want to be in the right headspace. You don't want to be like thinking about other things we're on the football field. You want to be in the zone. You want to know what you got to be doing. So that's definitely awesome. I know you're still young. How old are you? I should
22.
ask you. 22. Okay, 22, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any guys like maybe like in the NFL or like that like through contacts or anything like have reached out to you or reach out to your coaches and has anything like that happened?
I had got contacted by a team in Germany, but the people that's in the league, I know a couple people that's playing in the NFL right now, but they haven't like reached out to me to play on the team or anything.
Okay, so you know a couple guys. Who do you like know? Just
Yeah,
like
Taki Smith played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He went to my high school.
okay.
He graduated in 2019. He started off at West Virginia, then he transferred to Georgia, and then this was his rookie season that just passed.
Yeah, he's on the Bucks, right? You know
hmm
Marvin Harrison too?
Yeah, I know Marvin Harrison. Been playing against him all my life. We've been same age group, so every time I had to see him, that's who I
That's
was going
fire.
against. Tasheem Johnson, he played for Oregon Ducks right now. He at the NFL draft, getting ready to get drafted to the league. So it's definitely a lot of players. That
Lot of good players too. I mean, look at that. Look, Marvin Harrison was a first round. I mean, that dude's a
yeah.
baller for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, for you, do you like obviously going to Philly would be a dream. You know, playing with like Jalen Hurts. I mean, just think about that Saquon, AJ
hmm
Brown, Smith, all those guys. But just making it to the NFL would be an achievement of its own, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. And who was your role model? Would you say like growing up? Like, was it your dad, your mom? Like, who was it?
I would say my mom.
Yeah.
My mom, she's very determined, very goal driven, has very high expectations. So like I took in a lot of that. So with the expectations, like if I'm going out for a game, like I know that I gotta execute, but before the game come through, I'm making sure that I'm on at practice on time. I'm making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do at practice. I'm listening to the coaches. I'm being coachable, not talking back. Making sure that I do the drills like exactly how they say do the drills, because we very like down to detail with certain things. So just being down to detail, um, disciplined, and always push to execute what I got to do. Like that just translated to football so well, because the way I was able to elevate my game just off of using those three things was a blessing.
And your head's always in the playbook, right? You're not like you're one of those guys. You're dedicated.
Yeah,
You know.
got to
See
know
what
the plays to get the ball. Can't get on the
exactly
field,
right.
you don't know.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. I mean, you gotta be on your p's and q's. You gotta know what you're doing for sure. I mean, when it comes, because game speed is so much different. Like compared to practices and stuff. And that's when
hmm
you make it to the next level. When you make it to the NFL. I mean, it's gonna be way different than college, man. I mean, I'll tell you that. It's just game speed's gonna be so much faster. You're gonna have, all these guys. So it's definitely gonna be more competitive for sure. But what made you choose number one? That's kind of like becoming a thing in the NFL right now. Like Jamar Chase, you see all these guys wearing one, all these single digit numbers.
I didn't choose one. I wanted five. I wanted my five. I just wanted five in general, being at Westchester, because like I had five all my life.
Yeah.
Like then sophomore year, the person that had number one, I think he got injured, so
Mm.
the number was open. And then number five, he was still a senior,
Okay.
and that would have been his last year. But they was like the whole team like nudging me, like
Right.
that one open, like you gonna take? I'm like me, like I'm thinking somebody else gonna get it. Then I'm like, just ask the coach. I'm thinking the coach gonna like ask me questions why I want it, like should I have it? Do I deserve it? I asked him. He was like, "Yep." I'm like, "You got it." I'm like, "Yeah." So after that, I just took number one. Then I felt like it was a new leaf for me anyway. Like from going to high school, had five. They know me for five in high school. Like one, I could wear one in college and then make a new image for myself, and that's what I decided to do.
I mean, bro, one like it just kind of has like that aura around it, like number one, like it's like I don't know, like because now like the NFL they're allowing like players to wear single digit numbers and just
hmm
that one is just like nice to like see on the field. But
Yeah,
did you play other sports in high school or was it
I
just
played basketball.
basketball? Okay,
I won a
and
state championship.
oh wow, so how did that? I mean, that's awesome, right?
Yeah,
What position do you play?
I played point guard.
Point guard. Okay,
I ain't start though. I had shit, my basketball team. It was the whole starting five went D1. So,
damn.
but that was my freshman year. But I was mostly having fun on the bench. I ain't gonna lie. We
I
up
mean,
30. Now I'm going 2 for 12 3 pointers in the last 5 minutes of the game. Cause I wasn't supposed to play varsity at first.
right. I
Like
mean,
I was playing JV. I was averaging like 22 on JV. So the head coach called me and was like, "You want like they move you up to varsity?" I'm like, "Huh?" Like, cause varsity at that school, like if you gonna play varsity, like you gonna play varsity. We practicing for 3 hours a day, 6 days out the week. And I'm like, hold up, like football season about to come up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be over in basketball, and I'm supposed to be in football. Like I'd rather play football than basketball. But since I had that opportunity, I definitely took it, and I don't regret it at all.
Yeah, you'd rather. I mean, it's definitely nice, playing different sports, growing up. But when you want to, when you want to stick to a sport and you're trying to get, make to the next level to the NFL eventually. You want to focus your time. You want to focus, your time and energy into one thing instead of juggling two different things and kind of being all over the place. So and you suck to football, man. It looks like it's working out for you. I mean, you're making catches. You're going for huge yards. I mean, you're doing all these things. So, um, let's see. I mean, let's do some rapid fire questions. I mean, kind of make the interview a little bit more fun. So whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, I guess you could just say. So I guess you could say like favorite artist. We'll go with that first. Who's your favorite artist?
Little baby.
Lil Baby. So you kind of mess with Lil Baby. So he's like the guy you listen to like pregame and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay. I mean, you're from Philly. I mean, this guy's kind of growing on me. You familiar with Skrilla?
Yeah.
I mean, man, like he's like, 6'7", man. That song's so tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I do. I do like Skrilla. That's not one of my favorite artists. He talk a little too slow for me. I like the energy.
Yeah, Philly's got some good ones. I mean, obviously, we all know
Yeah,
Meek Mill, right? Dreams and
yeah,
Nightmares. He's got a huge playlist. But
yeah.
not for me, definitely Gunna. I mean, I mess with Skrilla
Mm,
a little bit. Definitely like the upbeat kind of, Boss Man's definitely up there. Lil Tyler, I
yeah.
mess with them for sure. Favorite, you got like a favorite drink?
Some Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon. Never heard of it. Recommend it?
um, in order to get it, you gotta come shop with me. This shit right here.
That's fire.
I be
I'm gonna
selling
hit you up
pledges to the
later.
football team.
Let me know how to cop. I'm gonna hit you up later for sure. Um, that's fire. Do you have a favorite pregame ritual, or you're not really one of those guys?
My pregame ritual is just I listen to gospel music like before the game. Like when I go out there to run routes, like I just be so anxious to like get the game started. When I see the other team warming out on the other side, like I just be so anxious. Sometimes I'll be cramping during the game because I be so anxious. So I started to listen to gospel music, and I'll be able to calm myself down before the game, so that I still got my energy for the game. Because listening to Little Baby the whole time before, like whole time pregame, 3 hours before the game, like I'm so turned out there that I'm already burning energy for the game start.
Exactly, and it's kind of like mixed feelings. Obviously you want to be like hyped, but like going into it, you also want to like stay even keel, right?
Hmm.
You want to stay in the zone a little bit. But do you have like a favorite route you like to run?
I like running fade.
Fade routes, okay.
I love going deep.
You like go routes too, a little bit.
Yeah. And I like running digs too, cause the way that I get out my cuts on the dig is that it's hard. Is you don't really see too many people doing that.
Hmm. Not for sure. You got like a favorite release that you like to do, like off the line? Because I know,
Nah, I don't really have a favorite release. I mainly go off of what the defender gives me. So if I know
yeah,
which way my route going, I'm going off of him. Like same way Kyrie Irving played defense with the basketball in his hand. Like that's exactly what I do.
for sure. Not definitely like he inside leverage. Taking what he's giving you. You're definitely playing. Definitely using what the defender gives you, and you're definitely using that against him. That's for sure. But let's see. Favorite. I mean, let's see. Who's favorite receiver in the NFL right now?
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. You like his game?
Yeah, remind me of myself.
Yeah, not for sure. I mean, a little smaller guy, but fast. He's quick. He's definitely quick and
Yeah.
definitely doing his thing in Baltimore over there. But yeah, man. I mean, obviously, I know you probably got stuff to do. I mean, it was just nice talking to you for like almost 20, 25 minutes. Chopping up some football for sure. But um, just talk like obviously, you know, you're still a senior. At WCU Westchester. But talk about because your dream's obviously playing in the NFL, right? Talk about what you bring on the field, what you bring off the field that kind of like separates you from other guys. Because obviously people want to be like this guy, all these guys. But what makes you stand out compared to other guys, other receivers?
um,
Who
Off
would
the
you,
field.
yeah, off the field, on the field, anything.
Off the field, just my ambition. Like I just I just like being in the NFL. I got that dream from being a little kid, and everybody telling me like you could take care of your family from doing this. You can make a lot of money doing this. So I just always had that mindset that I gotta take care of my family. Like I gotta bring in this type of money. So it's not just football that I have that's gonna be able to do that. Like I have my own rug business. I got my own food business that I be doing on campus. So I got different avenues that I can make the same type of money. So like if football don't work out, I could still be able to provide my family the same way that I would be able to if football was in the play. Like real estate, I'm learning life insurance, gonna be certified for that. So I'm going to be able to worry about football and still have people able to take care of my businesses that I acquired over this time. So I feel like that's mainly what separates me because like the coaches was saying it to me, like they just see me coming into practice with a big box of food. And they like, what you got in there? I'm like, I got some food. Like it's Uno Eats. Cause number
Yeah,
one, Uno, I call it Uno Eats. They just in the
yeah,
locker room.
that's
I'm the
fine.
first locker in the door. So everybody making their way out after practice, they getting themselves a Blue Lagoon and they getting themselves a platter. And
Definitely.
now they don't gotta waste their money on swipes or waiting 108-minute lines for Chick-fil-A. Like eating Chick-fil-A every day, you're gonna get tired of it after a while. But I'm bringing in spaghetti, chicken wings, cheese steak platters, like different stuff they gonna be able to still be able to eat. And it's bringing everybody closer together because they just sit in the locker room eating and talking because they don't gotta hurry up and go get some food because they hungry after practice no more because they already got it in the locker room.
So it kind of creates that bond, that relationship amongst your teammates for sure. And you're doing stuff outside of football, and you kind of want that, doing stuff and doing stuff for the community. Obviously when you get bigger, you're gonna make a name for yourself doing stuff outside of football. You see these guys when Walton Payne Man of the Year doing stuff off the field. Doing stuff for the community, and that's you're definitely starting early on that for sure. Um, I mean, you said you want to play for the Eagles, right? So yeah, we got that. Do you have a
I would
favorite?
play for any team that
Yeah,
one draft me.
yeah. But if it was Philly, it would be a dream. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes, it would. It would be a dream.
Do you have a favorite workout?
Favorite workout. Hmm. Like receiver, like field work or in the gym.
I'm assuming you're saying the gym. Yeah,
In the
that
gym. I like squatting the most. Like
squatting.
I love squatting because when you put because if you squat heavy weights, then you squat resistant bands, and then you jump, like you really able to see like your explosiveness go to a different level. So, like single leg squats, I used to do a lot of single leg stuff because when you running, you only using one leg at a time. So
Yeah,
that helps you more because now if your leg able to sustain more weight and more power, like you'll be able to push your own body weight even farther.
definitely. And one last thing, just I've seen on your Instagram a little bit. You have a rug company, so promote that a little bit. It's called Tough Rugs, right?
Yeah, we got tough rug. Let me go get one real fast.
All right.
So speaking of Taki Smith, we got one right here. Let me see. I'm about to put it down. But yeah, this rug for Taki. I gotta send it down to Tampa. Gotta send this rug down to Tampa. Am I able to flip my camera on this? Hold on.
Oh, I'm not sure.
It is
Other.
this rug for Taki right here.
Oh, you're gonna send that to him? That's fire. That's tough.
Yeah, he had texted me, told me that he wanted one, so had to make one for him. Let me see if I got another one over here somewhere.
That's tough. I seen you got an Eagles one. I've seen you got many different ones. That's
Yeah,
fire.
this one right here. This one's for somebody's girlfriend. I think she in a fraternity or sorority, and they like elephants.
That's fire, man. That's fire. I mean that. I mean, I probably definitely hit you up for that. Now those are tough for sure. I mean, yeah. I mean that definitely have that kind of like startup. Definitely doing your thing with those. But Deshaun, I definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Again, I wish you the best of luck. With your future journey when it comes to football or whatever route you decide to take. But right now, football, definitely wishing you the best. Keep doing your
Yes,
thing,
sir.
man. You're doing awesome, and then maybe hoping to see you on the Niners, really soon. I mean, man, like got all
Hopefully.
these McCaffrey, Kittle. Come on, you can't say no to that. You know what I'm saying? But no, definitely it would be awesome just to make it to the NFL. Because a lot of people they don't get that dream. They don't get that dream to make it to the NFL. They don't get to the point where you are. Right now.
Yeah.
So Definitely got to take the little things for granted, and the process. Definitely got to take the whole process in, because the results awesome, but you got like through the ups and downs, you got to stick with it. So that's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, what's his favorite musician? I think he's a Lil Baby. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you go. I know you probably have stuff to do, but definitely thank you for coming on. And yeah, man,
I appreciate you.
for sure, man. And we'll keep talking and definitely keep me updated on everything that happens.
All right, I got you.
All right, for sure.